400 subscribers. Crazy to think, right? Just, this channel's been around a tiny bit over 5 months, and I've earned 400 subscribers. It's kind of crazy to wrap my head around already, 400. But anyway, so for this video, I'm not doing what if the Elitists took over WWE Part 2. I may do that for 500 or maybe 1,000, I don't know. But what this video is advice for people who might be, you know, between 0 and, I don't know, like 2, 3, 400 subscribers. Hell, it's useful advice for people who have a couple of thousand subscribers, okay? The stuff I'm going to go through in this video is here to help people, okay? Maybe not all of you, like, this applies to all of you, but for, like, a mass majority, it really could be helpful in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, I've got plenty of points in this video. Without further ado, I want to get into this. So, how I earned 400 subscribers in 5 months. Okay, the main thing for me is building an audience by interacting with others in the community and not taking the coward's way out and botting, okay? Personally, myself, I'd rather have 400 subs and 40 or 50 kind of active commenters as opposed, like, on each video, as opposed to having like 15,000 subscribers but like 2 to 4 separate active commenters, okay? I find the whole notion of this platform, one, to really, you know, get your video out, get your content out, and engage. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the engagement, okay? Talking about, like, what we see in pro wrestling nowadays is more entertaining than actually watching it, okay? So I find engaging you guys a heap of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy my, like, interact and whatnot. It's a fun part of my videos. You know that when you see an Elitist video, you're going to get an interaction. It's going to be a good, you know, chat about pro wrestling and whatnot. So that's the first point. Just, nothing irks me more than seeing content creators who have like 320 subscribers, but they get, the videos have about 9 views, 1 comment, and it's like, this isn't audience building. This is so disingenuous. That's just a personal peeve of mine. So anyway, first off, when it comes to that audience building, I've got to say this. In my first, especially kind of 50 to 100 to 150 subscribers, one of the main things I did was a lot of, like, burrowing through the YWC and engaging with like-minded individuals. Now, what I mean by this is not, like, for example, this is something which you could see. I don't mean something where you copy out a comment like a Logan or something, not like a wannabe friends or here before 100 subs, nothing like that. That's crap. I mean, actually going through people's videos, searching through, like, popular search terms and commenting something that's pertinent, relevant to the video, something that shows, you know, you're interested in, like, the actual kind of content. And, okay, be genuine with it. Don't just leave some crappy comment, some half just not bothered comment and think that, oh, well, that person's going to subscribe. Like, be genuine to show, you know, your intent, that kind of thing. So that's my advice for people who are trying to really build an audience when they're like at 0 to 100 subscribers, because that's the kind of the hardest point. That's always the trickiest point with YouTube, when your videos aren't getting much traction. You're getting maybe 10, 20, 50 views a video, maybe 1 to 2 comments. It's always hard to stay motivated at that stage, but I really just ground out those interactions at that stage, so it made it good for me. But yeah, that's just my personal advice. Also, this is one of the main things, the main things I take out of YouTube, or like what I put into YouTube, is trying to be as entertaining as possible in the video, okay? This is a really big one for me, and it always has been. I remember watching the Smart Busters a few years ago, and they said basically something along the lines of, no one cares for wrestling talk, people want entertainment, people want comedy, people want to laugh. I thought to myself, like, that's always stuck with me. I can totally see what I mean, because I know some of you love your wrestle talk, and that's all cool. This isn't meant to be shots at all. But personally, the way I make my videos, I want to really entertain. That's the goal of this, because for me, wrestle talk is like a you know, that's not the main goal. My main goal is to entertain, and hopefully I can do that and bring entertainment value to these crappy shows. So that's what, you know, that's the point there. Additionally, I've got another point, which is why should someone click on your video? What's the purpose of your video? What makes your video different to the hundreds of other channels who do wrestle talk? You know, What's your point of difference, to sound like a real business mind? What makes your video special? That's something that's also stuck with me, and something that I've always wanted to be kind of different to other creators. If there's 50 raw reviews, I want mine to be one of the first like a viewer will click on because of the entertainment that comes with it. That's just something I think. So also, when it comes to uploading content, as you guys know, I upload basically every day. Like, maybe I'll miss a day, but at the same time, usually it's either one, maybe two uploads per day. Very consistent with the uploads, because you need to stay in that YouTube algorithm. I find that if you go a couple of days, all of a sudden the videos just don't do as well. So that's a good one. Additionally, being timely with your uploads. Okay, this one, a prime example was WrestleMania 36, Night 1 and Night 2. If you're going to do a WrestleMania review, you really, if you want to maximize your views, you've got to get that thing out as quickly as possible. Seriously speaking, if you want to do a WrestleMania review, a Raw review, especially a Dynamite review or a SmackDown review, get it out in a timely manner. Don't piss around. If you really want to do well with YouTube, don't mess around, upload it the day after. Like, no one cares the day after. This is WWE in 2020. You think people, like 8 hours after a show when the results are out, and people just skim through them and think, oh yeah, that's about it. You think people care to see what you have to say about the show? It's like people don't care about WWE regardless, let alone what you have to say the day after. Right after the show, people do. People want to see first opinions of what happened on the show. They'll get a quick little run over, and then that's good for them. Okay, so that's a good example. Next, titling your video. This one is crucial. How you title the video. It's something which has garnered me thousands and thousands and thousands of extra views. How you title the video. Okay, be clear with the title. You see with mine, it's always like, in capitals, WWE Raw Review, or sorry, WWE Raw, and then you put the date nice and clearly, review, and then I do the colon, and then I'll put like the main kind of subtitle, like a headline for the review. That's how I title my videos, and I go by that. It's easy to read. It's easy to read for a viewer. Someone who's scrolling through YouTube, they'll see that and think, okay, I'm clicking on that one. That's titled really well. And additionally, thumbnails, something that people would want to click on. Okay, I usually do like a clear cut, just clear one image from like a show or something that's pertinent to the video. I don't like to do thumbnails that are like hard to look at, and if you're scrolling and you think, what the hell is that? Like, I don't want to click on that video. It looks so convoluted and messy. Okay, so that's one. That's like another point. Also, I found this one really good in the past like month, using other platforms to build up your YouTube. Okay, I do this with Twitter and Instagram primarily. I prefer Twitter. Twitter's a heap of fun. I just piss around on Twitter, just take the piss, laugh at WWE, get my opinion out, dear wrestling community and all that stuff. I find Twitter a bunch of fun. Instagram, I'm also just use that to get some content, kind of extra content flowing, promote my YouTube. Maybe I'll get some extra content out. Like a couple of weeks ago, I put out my like Money in the Bank mini pay-per-view reviews, where I summed up every pay-per-view, put a bunch of hashtags in there so it was seen by more people, that kind of thing. So that's another thing I do. Next up, I want to talk about something which, this one, if your channel starts to grow, like, not saying my channel's like KSI or anything, but if your channel starts to grow, like, I experience this, getting it more and more, which I find this kind of funny, to be honest. I don't take any of this to heart, but basically, when you're getting hate comments, and comments that are just so, like, you look at these comments, and I think to myself, like, so I make a pro wrestling video, like an opinion video, who really cares? And people send comments of just pure hate, just, you get a couple of death threats, your spam of hate comments, and you think to yourself, okay, people are starving around the world, living on $1 a day or less, can't get a roof over their head, but yet you're spending your time, instead of aspiring towards a goal or being successful at something, you're spending your time burrowing through the YWC, leaving hate comments on strangers' YouTube videos. Yeah, your life's in check. That's the kind of mentality I have towards hate comments. Also, another thing, you've just got to find them funny. I find a lot of hate comments amusing. I really don't care. I always respond to something positive, because I find that, like, combating hate comments with positivity, that kills the hater, because the hater wants to evoke a negative reaction out of you. They want to strike a chord with you. But when you're commenting positivity and genuinely you're finding it funny, the hater loses all the time because they're not getting the reaction they want. So that's how I approach hate. And as I build towards 1,000 subscribers and then on, that's something I'm going to deal with more. But at the same time, I just don't really care. So that's that. Then, like the last 2 points, these are perhaps the most important out of, well, all these points are important, but these two are the most important, I find. For starters, just be yourself. It's so cliche, but seriously, don't try and be another YouTube creator. If you see JD from NY making hour and 40-minute podcasts or hour and 40-minute reviews, don't feel like you need to spend 50 minutes doing a review to try and be like JD, okay? Chances are you're not JD. What makes him him is the entertainment value he brings to an hour and 40-minute long video, okay? Maybe your thing is doing a 6 to 8 minute review with a bunch of like energy and making it as fun as possible. Maybe that's your thing. Or maybe you're a 2 to 3 minute review, quick recap type guy. Or maybe you're someone who just likes reading the results. Or maybe you want to do, or maybe you are suited for an hour-long video. Just be yourself with the content. Do what feels right. Don't try and force an hour and 30-minute video because JD does it. Or don't feel the need to force a 15-minute review because that's what I do. Like, do what you want to do as far as the content. Also, the last one, have fun. Enjoy making the content. If it's a chore, you're not going to really succeed or go anywhere with it. Okay, and this just goes with general YouTube, not just the wrestling community, because a lot of the time, making wrestling videos, like, it can be a chore, because it's wrestling. Like, a lot of the wrestling nowadays just sucks, but, yeah, you make the best out of it, you have fun with it. Personally, when I watch SmackDown or Raw, I laugh at how bad the show is, get some notes for a review, roast the show for 10 to 15 minutes, get a video up, engage with 40 to 50 different commenters, and it's great. It's good fun. So that's been the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Hopefully you guys can get something out of this, because I think there's lots of points in this video that are like interesting and practical and good for you guys to use. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, sub. You guys know the drill. See ya.